इंग्लिश बोल के बताएं। कल हम कूलर के मोटर की बाइंडिंग करा के आए। पूरा नहीं है, पर हमरे घर में इतना भी बस हम ही बोल पाते हैं।
हो सजनी रे, कैसे कटे दिन रात, कैसे हो तुझसे बात, तेरी याद सतावे रे। हो सजनी रे, कैसे कटे दिन रात, कैसे मिले तेरा साथ, तेरी याद सतावे रे।
Next one is Sajni. Again, a very
That's Arijit Singh song, right?
Thank you, Arijit, for not singing over your lungs for this one. It's a very nice composition, and it was used in so many mashups that came out last year. Like it was used as the opening song, so and no doubt it stayed the on top of Spotify's songs for so many months. So that's really good. It's from Sajni's from Lapata Ladies.
Okay. So let's just start the discussion about that movie and the songs in that movie. What a movie to me. So let's talk about it.
So I think the scene-wise, I felt the song seemed a little too sophisticated for the movie because it was the background was very
Yeah. Village like.
Arijit's voice is too urbanized in the context, but as a standalone composition, it was very refreshing and very simple and very melodious and soothing. The fact that it did so well and it tells a lot about the taste of people, you know. They all are gravitating towards songs that are simple and that these kind of songs have retention.
You have nothing to talk about Arijit anymore. Huh? He looked
I'm
like
not-
he stepped back and
Yeah,
got on his, basis more stronger.
yeah. So, but of course, Sajni and Vida Karo were songs where he wasn't screaming, for sure.
Yeah.
There is so much more to see in him
Correct.
than people are portraying right now. You know, there was one song that was filmed on Ishan Khattar, Main Parwana.
Okay.
He tried to show inspiration from Kishore Das' style of singing.
I see.
In
Okay.
that song, that was also the music was given by A.R. Rahman.
Okay.
But personally, to me, I felt that it wasn't effortless.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I think people are saying that there's a lot more to expect from Arijit, but I don't know fully what he's made of. Like, there are a lot of singers that you listen to them and you know what their music is about.
Right.
It's very transparent.
Yeah.
But in Arijit's case, I'm not able to sense that.
Mm.
I'm not able to sense what his music is about. Maybe because I've seen most of his work being so monotonous.
Yeah.
मैं परवाना तेरा नाम बताना, ते प्यार में जलना जलाना जलाना, यूं नजर उठाना यूं नजर गिराना, तू शम्मा मैं हूँ मस्ताना मस्ताना, दिल पे वार 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 ऐसा किया, हर वार पार यार कर दिया, चढ़ी हुई है गरारी अड़ी हुई है.
Yeah.
We all know that he can sing the high-pitched songs really well, and he has
Correct.
go and everything. But
Yeah.
I feel that Sonu Nigam personally for me is someone who's out there, you know.
You're right.
He has nailed all styles of songs, all pitches,
Yeah.
you know, everything. Like he can sing a chiggy wiggy, you know.
You're right. Right.
And so he
And
can
still
he
be
can pop.
convincing with it, actually.
Yeah, he can do pop, he can do any style, you know, traditional, he can do Sufi, like border ke gaane, you
I'm
know.
totally with you. So,
Uh-huh.
Arijit, when he was really young and he came up with all that, the Ram Leela,
Mhm.
those hit songs that people keep talking about
Yeah.
till
It
date.
was fresh at that time.
Yeah. So his voice and its soulfulness was what was being highlighted as something
Yeah,
that
yeah,
made all those songs so
yeah,
beautifully rendered, and people loved listening to them over and again. But then I think that he started working for Pritham specifically for a long number of series
right.
of movies and things like that. That monotonous thing that you mentioned about came to people's mind, thinking that he's just this one kind of singer who can sing these songs
Right,
nicely.
right.
People like to hear it, and then it goes to the top of the chart.
Yeah.
And so like you mentioned, actually, he is tremendously talented. And then when he works with a music director like ARR, he
Hmm.
do produce songs like Vida Karo, and then so he do sing quite a bit. And he's in the right track. But then, like you mentioned, people say that he's uber talented, and then what is he going to be offering?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that as a singer, he would have an identity just like Sonu Nigam.
Mm.
So hopefully, I'm wishing for all the best for him, that he
Yeah, I
would
mean,
find that niche
yeah,
and
I
develop.
think, I think my analysis is that he has worked so hard on getting the right texture of voice that would suit what people want to hear,
Right.
that what is happening is that now his voice has become a very dominant feature about him.
Yeah.
So when you listen to that voice, you're not able to see anything
Go
beyond that.
past that, actually. Yeah.
Go past his voice,
Yeah.
because the thing that you work very hard on, that's
Mhm.
the one that comes through to the public, right?
Yeah.
You're not able to move past that, like you aren't able to feel the emotions being the main focus, which is why I think Vidakaro was very refreshing to match that voice texture. Nobody talks about the emotions that are being portrayed in the song.
Right.
Nobody talks about the, so there, it's not very nuanced is what I feel.
Yeah. Of the singers, like Shan was Sonu Nigam was they were like very contemporary. Out of which now Sonu Nigam had proven over the time to be staying still so relevant.
Right.
And that way, among the youngsters that came at the same time with Arijit, what we can say is that maybe Mohit Chauhan, Jubin Nautiyal, Arijit Singh, and then Papan, for example. These are kind of few singers that came at the same time.
Yeah.
And of them, Arijit was the one that really showed the most promise. And then, we hope that he will find
Love.
his niche
It's
and then
written.
move from there. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, it's all written. But if you ask me personally, I love the vocal textures of two very similar sounding singers. I think that's probably my type. But
Who are
they're both in South, Haricharan and
Haricharan and Karthik. Okay.
Karthik. Yeah, I love.
Karthik is extremely successful in Telugu. He
Yeah,
sang quite
I
a
feel,
lot of songs in Telugu.
yeah, but I feel that these people have really moldable voices.
Yeah.
Like they can modulate them like crazy.
No, no, Karthik is not unlike nobody else. I really
Yeah,
love Karthik.
yeah.
Haricharan's abilities to sing hit the top and any texture, any difficult songs is also amazing. Actually, yeah, I do agree with you.
These two singers, I feel they can suit any character. They can, and they've done a lot of work for A.R. Rahman too. So I feel,
I mean, underutilized in Bollywood, but
yeah,
then they both are, in South, there is even more, in Tamil especially, have quite a lot of boys who are really, really, really good.
yeah. So if you ask me right now in Bollywood, who's the top singer, I wouldn't be able to name anybody.
That's true. It's
Because those days, like Sonu Nigam, Hariharan, Shankar Mahadevan, they were like the gold standard for singing.
right.
See, all these three singers that I've named have golden voices.
They do. And
Voice.
uniqueness.
Yeah, in playback singing, if you really want to reach their level,
Mhm.
having that kind of a voice which can be molded to any actor is so important rather than having a voice that is your very strong identity. You
Right.
don't need that. You
Right.
have to rise above it. You have to stop being so insecure and think that everybody should be able to recognize who sang the song. It's me.
You're
No,
right.
past it
Yeah.
matter. You need to mold your voice to the character, to the story, to the scene that you're portraying through your song. Be the slave of the
Yeah.
song, of the
Song and the theme, that is it's important to be
that
brought
is
up.
the only principle that you need to have in your mind.
But Bharti, I'm now kind of have a question for you then actually,
Hmm?
because we are talking about Arijit and his typical voice quality that is overrides his songs actually. But then when you talk about Shankar Mahadevan or Hariharan or Sonu Nigam, they also do have very unique texture. What that you
Yeah.
hear the voice, then you hear a song, you know that
You know
it
that they've
is.
sung, but
Yeah,
it does not dominate the song.
they
Their
don't.
voice doesn't dominate the song. Like when you're listening to K Sara Sara, for
Yeah,
example, or you're
that's true.
listening to Enna Solla Pogira, you're able to feel that anticipation. That question that is in the song, what is she gonna say? You're able to feel that emotion so strongly when he's singing it. So his
Mhm.
delivery is stronger than his voice at that point,
That's
right?
true. And
Even Hariharan, that
yeah,
yearning again when he sings Nahi Samne, or when he
oh
sings
my God,
Baahon ke Darmiyan, don't you want to melt into
that's
someone's arms when you
yeah.
listen to that
Those
song?
two songs are like very
Iconic.
good examples, I would say. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you feel what they are trying to sing. But when
yeah.
Arijit sings a song like when he sang Lal Ishq,
Lalish.
wahan tak it was fine.
Yeah,
What happened after that? When he sings
same.
Rabta, are you able to feel anything?
It's pretty much
That
the same.
Rapta Part 2 that came in, which was enacted by Sushant Singh Rajput and Kriti
Yeah,
Sanan, right?
yeah, yeah,
हद से ज़्यादा मोहब्बत होती है जो, you know.
yeah,
Are you
yeah.
able to feel the words when he's singing? No. It's not that it's a badly made song. It was
No,
on
it is
loop
not.
on
Yeah,
my playlist, but after a point, it was just techno and voice, the blend of the two, and it's pleasing to the ears. I'm listening to it. That's all it became about. You stopped feeling the emotions when he was singing it, and is
mhm,
I felt he could not go beyond that. I couldn't listen beyond his voice. I
right.
couldn't listen to the emotions. But Sonu Nigam, when he sang it, you
Mhm.
could feel the character in his voice so clearly. I
Yeah,
think that's where the magic lies after all.
yeah. I believe that Arijit is still young and he has time to
Mhm.
learn from these bigger singers, and
Yeah.
hopefully
And
he
then
will.
getting
He
Padma
will.
Shri was totally not required when there are singers like Sunidhi and Shreya that deserved it more. And they've been in the scene for so much longer.
Right.
So what Sonu Nigam had said in that, I didn't even know that Shreya and Sunidhi didn't get the Padma Shri. I
I
went back
know.
to their Wikipedia pages and I was like, where is it?
Yeah,
So he was right.
that's. I mean, that's a different altogether scene. I think actually you probably
Yeah,
have to go through some political influence to be even nominated sometime, and then
yeah.
that's all.
I
So
think
we.
Sajni does not need any much discussion because it's a great composition, although a mismatch in the movie, I feel,
Yeah.
because Arijit's voice, he failed to ruralize it. It sounded very urban.
Right.
Even his style of rendition, like, the hardcore Hindi, Bhojpuri kind of singing is so different.
Right.
I feel it could have been done in a better way, but okay, it did the job of what the song was meant to do. It was meant to be a very croonable and very
Right.
pleasing to listen to kind
So
of a song.
speaking about that particular song and that
Hmm.
movie is one of my favorite movies that I
Absolutely.
ever seen in
Yeah.
the past.
It's a
And then
fresh concept, and I
and
loved
then
Ravi Kishan in it.
leading characters in the movie
Yeah.
are the
Everybody are green flags, right?
least of romantic characters in that you can imagine about, and then
Yeah,
still they try to put together a romantic movie based on those simple human beings that have
100%.
nothing much to talk about actually, and
100%.
these
Yeah.
it's a great movie to watch, and the music is also really commendable work that has
Yeah. Ram
been.
Sampath is yet another really good
Yeah,
music director, but
so we should have him in the last music director list to
yeah.
be among all the
For sure,
four
this
to.
song held the top position in the charts for so long.
Right.
He deserves a special mention at
Yeah,
least. Yeah.
absolutely. That point is very well said, Bharti. I think that sometimes, some of these great music directors do an excellent job and people forget to mention their names, actually.
Yeah, this song by him in the Amir Khan show that used to come, Rupaiya. was
Yeah.
my favorite for a very long time. His use of modern instruments, but the message being so palatable and
Mm.
so good, like
Mhm.
about women,
Yeah.
the feminine gender being such a priceless one, and the kind of uh, compassion that women have, you know.
Mhm.
So take pride in being born a female and
Mhm.
don't sacrifice the females in the want of a male.
कैसे घनेरे बदरा घिरे तेरी कमी की बारिश लिए सैलाब जो मेरे सीने में है कोई बताए ये कैसे थमे तेरे बिना अब कैसे जिए ओ सजनी रे कैसे कटे दिन रात कैसे हो तुझसे बात तेरी याद सतावे रे ओ सजनी रे कैसे कटे दिन रात कैसे हो तुझसे बात तेरी याद सतावे